Hey everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to King Spade channel. So the game has finally been updated with the long-awaited job switch feature, and I know a lot of you have been looking forward to this, me included. It's one of those features that really change how we approach builds, gear, and experimentation. So in this video, let's talk about what you can expect when switching jobs, what you should consider before doing it, and how to make the most of this feature without wasting resources. First off, you can find the job switch NPC Traverse at the Creatura Academy, just beside the staircase. In the global version, unlocking the ability to switch jobs is actually easier compared to SEA. You only need to reach second job and best level 50. Meanwhile, in the SEA version, you need to be a Transcendence second job and reach job level 30. So the requirement there is noticeably higher. Another big advantage in global is that no matter how many jobs you unlock, you only need one Tome of Traverse item to perform the switch. In SEA, this item cost increases with each new job class you unlock. You can purchase the Tome of Traverse item from the Crystals NPC in any major city for 8,888 diamonds. However, the trade-off is that global has a longer cooldown between switches. You will need to wait 5 minutes before changing again, compared to just 1 minute in SEA. Now, before you rush to switch, let's talk about what you need to consider first. The most important thing is your main attribute. For example, if you are currently an Assassin Cross like me, your main attribute is Strength. If you want a smooth transition, it's best to switch to another job class that also uses Strength, like Knight or Blacksmith. Why? Because this lets you reuse most of your existing equipment. You can keep your current armor without buying a whole new set, and if you are using accessories that boost strength like the blue and gold accessory, you won't need to replace them either. On top of that, if your enchant are focused on strength, such as those from Frontier Enchant, switching to another strength-based class means you won't have to re-roll your enchant stats, saving you both time and resources. Next, think about your weapon type. I am using a Dagger build for my assassin, so ideally I should switch to a class that also uses daggers, like the Dagger Rogue. That way I can reuse the same weapon instead of building a completely new one. While it's true that we have the stat transfer system that allows you to move, refine, and upgrade levels, transferring stats between different types of weapon costs diamonds, and you can't transfer enchant between different weapon types. So to avoid extra cost, stick to a class that shares the same main attribute and weapon type. For example, you can switch from a two-hand rod priest to a two-hand rod wizard, or you can go for transitions that are much more cost effective, like from a longbow hunter to a longbow rogue. All you need to change is the main attribute Dex to Strength. Now that the job switch feature is live, it is the perfect time to have some fun experimenting. For me, as a Dagger Assassin Cross, the options are a bit tricky since there's no perfectly smooth transition. Still, I can go for Knight, Blacksmith, or even Monk since they all use Strength, or the Dagger Rogue since it uses the same weapon. Switching weapons entirely would cost more due to the diamond cost for transfers and the need to re-enchant, so the Dagger Rogue seems like the best path for now. The only catch, Dagger Rogue's main stat is Dex, not Strength. Longbow Rogue is Strength based, but Dagger Rogue scales with Dex. That is because of the Dagger Mastery skill of the Rogue class. Even though both Assassin and Rogue have it, the Rogue's version increases physical attack by 50% from Strength and a massive 800% from Dex. That means Dex give away more physical attack power for Dagger Rogue builds. Most of the Rogue skills like Backstab, Assault, and Raid all scale with Dex too, so you will need to rework your enchant accordingly if you are transitioning from strength-based builds. Now let's talk about shadow equipment, because this is where the update really shines. With the new system, your shadow equipment, inscriptions, and pioneer branch stats are all inherited by your new class's shadows equipment. You will need to reactivate it, but you won't have to redo the activation quest again. Just claim and activate it. To do that, go to your guild territory through the guild interface. Tap the Enter Territory button and it will auto-navigate you inside. Once you are there, head over to the Shadow Equipment Valkyrie at the lower right corner of the map. Tap Pray and the Shadow Equipment interface will appear. From there, just hit Claim and your Shadow Equipment will be activated for the new class. While you are at it, go ahead and activate the others too, like the Longbow Shadow Equipment, since it's free anyway. You never know when you might want to use it for fun. Now here's the interesting part. Dagger ROX isn't just about switching stats, it's also a penetration build. That's a challenge for me, since I play my Dagger Assassin as a crit build, which is quite unconventional. It is not the intended way of playing the Dagger Assassin, but thankfully the Rogue still retains the Thief double attack skill, and double attack can deal crit damage. That's a huge advantage, and it keeps the crit Dagger Rogue build perhaps viable. The real question is, how strong will that build be in practice? That's something I will explore in the video dedicated to testing the crit Dagger Rogue build. But even now, I can say that Dagger Rogue's assault skill is incredibly strong. It is comparable to the Assassin's Sonic Blow skill. Even when using a crit build, it still hits hard and becomes one of the main source of burst damage for Dagger Rogues. So if you are looking for a high impact DPS option that feels fresh but still familiar, this might be your next big switch. And to close this off, this job switch feature does not just give players freedom, it also reshapes how you think about investment. Every piece of equipment, every enchant, and every upgrade now carries more long-term value because it can serve multiple roles across your characters. It encourages experimentation without starting from zero, and that's a big win for player creativity and enjoyment. So take your time, plan your switch wisely, and have fun exploring new playstyles, because this update truly makes you feel more like playing it over again. Alright, that's it for this video. This time video shoutout goes to... Thank you for always supporting me and this channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. And as always, happy playing. Bye bye.